The Fairyland Loop Trail in Bryce Canyon National Park is one of the park's most beautiful and also least crowded trails. Join us as we head along the canyon's rim and down into the pink, white, and tan canyons and amphitheaters to see the colorful hoodoos up close. This is Magellan,
And this is Greyhound.
where we make videos about epic road trips, kayaking, hiking, and other outdoor adventures.
This is part of our America's Grandest Canyons road trip series, where we traveled cross-country to explore the Grand Canyon, Bryce Canyon, Glen Canyon, Palo Duro Canyon, and more. Stay tuned for more videos in our evolving trip playlist. The Fairyland Loop begins at Fairyland Point with a sea of hoodoos below you and the boat mesa and the sinking ship in the distance. This is a very long hike, clocking in at roughly 8 miles and about 2,300 feet in elevation gain.
We decided to hike this counterclockwise, meaning we headed towards Sunrise Point instead of down into Fairyland Canyon from the start. While most people hike this clockwise, we decided to do it the opposite way to make sure we were going downhill on the steeper section. While hiking steadily upwards along the rim seems easy, just be mindful that you will be at almost 8,200 feet at some point. We live at sea level, and Greyhound was unexpectedly sucking wind even hiking on completely flat portions.
It took me a while to figure out why I sucked so much. Along this route, you'll see the main amphitheater off in the distance. Here are some naturally formed arches in the hoodoos as well.
Eventually you will reach Sunrise Point, which is another place you can begin this loop if the limited parking at Fairyland Point is filled up. At this point, you will begin the long and steep descent, the easy part, down into Campbell Canyon. This is called a hoodoo graveyard because the hoodoos have eroded into small mounds. You'll see the boat mesa much more closely with views of the evergreens and cool looking canyon walls. In the distance, you'll catch a glimpse of the Chinese Wall. This is an example of a rock wall called a fin, where erosion creates many slot canyons and arches.
Eventually, you'll make one last pass along an open and winding trail before continuing your final descent to the lowest part of the trail.
The Tower Bridge, which resembles the Tower Bridge in London, is a large hoodoo with natural arches. It's a prominent destination for those hiking this loop, or this section of the hike can be done as an out and back from Sunrise Point. This is also the halfway point with 4 more miles to go back to Fairyland Point.
From here, you'll continue along the trail with some gradual ascents and descents.
There will be many hoodoo castles along the way.
Hoodoo castles? Is that what we're calling them?
What else would we call them?
Hoodoo organ pipes?
Aren't hoodoos thought to be people turned to stone?
So they're hoodoo people.
In this section, you'll get a really close view of the boat mesa, lined with its wall of hoodoos and trees. Eventually, you will ascend to where you can see the Fairyland Canyon below. You'll also get a closer look at the sinking ship as well. Fairyland Canyon is considered a younger canyon, geologically speaking, due to its location north of the main amphitheater.
It's at this point that you will unfortunately go down for a little bit before making your last and final ascent. And up we go.
It's not terrible, and it is short, but after 7 or so miles, it's forgivable to feel tired. The views are never really bad though, right?
At long last, you'll reach Fairyland Point. That was an awesome hike. Stay tuned for the next video in our series where we take the scenic drive to visit 15 of Bryce's amazing viewpoints. We'll see you on the trails or in the water.